Hello, everybody. Hold on, let me turn my sound down. And welcome on tonight. Hi, Taylor. I see you in the waiting room. I'm going to add a few people before we get started on tonight. We're all running late, um, but it's a good thing. I'm glad that we're running late. Um, so I'm excited tonight to have this second episode tonight of the series Love Always Wins. And I'm excited to have, I guess you can still call them newlyweds tonight. I'm glad that they're on to share with us their love story. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what they say. Bear with me, y'all. One day I'm going to be set and I'm not going to be confused in what I'm doing. It's going to happen. Don't be laughing, Taylor. Um, Hold on, bear with me, y'all. Okay. But I'm happy for y'all to be on with me tonight. All my online guests that will tune in. I'm trying to tag Taylor. Okay. Man, what is going on? Okay. So I think I've got that all set up. So I'm just going to go ahead and just bring them on into the room. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. How are y'all doing?
I'm good.
Can't complain too much.
I know that's right. So Taylor, have you shared it yet? To your
You
page?
know, no, I don't know how to do this from StreamYard.
Oh man.
I know.
Man,
Did you tag Dawn? Let me see.
I believe so. I
All
believe.
right. Let me look from his phone. And I'll share it from his phone and then. Oh wait, I can sign in. I can sign in.
Oh, Taylor, you gotta do better.
Child. This is new.
You got okay. So you need to be in the camera because you are
I'm
not.
not in the camera. Am I in the camera now?
Like, we're using a
Mhm.
phone.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe him slide over a little bit, and then you.
Oh, because we look like we're in the frame on our side.
No,
We're not.
you are not.
How about now?
That's it. There.
Better? Okay.
Okay, okay, that's better.
My bad.
So again, I am excited to have Taylor on tonight and her husband. I don't know her husband, but I do know Taylor, so I'm excited to get to hear a little bit about them both. Um, I'm not going to hold y'all too long because we're running behind, like I said. So I'm just going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves however they want to do it. Um, y'all have the floor.
Okay. Hey, I'm Taylor Patterson now. What else you want to know? Oh, I am a teacher aide at Ruffner Elementary. I teach third grade now. It's a fun time. Um, what else you want me? That's
And
all I got.
so
That's
tell us
it.
a little bit about you, Don.
Okay. Well, what's up, chat? I'm Donovan. Uh, due to some circumstances, I'm strictly just focusing on my music right now. So, just to, huh?
Hold on, please.
Okay, yeah. But we'll talk about that later, I guess. That's what
Okay,
she said.
Mhm.
that's what the boss said, huh? She
Yeah,
said.
that's what she said.
Okay, so let's just get straight into it. Let's talk about your love story. Taylor said, that they had a powerful love story, so I'm very interested and very excited to hear it. Um,
Mm.
so let's, however y'all want to go about it. If you want to start at the beginning, or how you met, or however you want to do it,
Okay.
have at it.
Want to start your POV?
All right. So from my perspective, 2023, I had a friend at the time who was playing he was playing church league ball, and I at that time I had just got over a an eye operation, and so I went with him just to chill. And uh this night I just wanted some nachos, I wanted some popcorn and some Skittles
Okay.
and a water. And so I go to the concession stand, ain't nothing there. I'm like, yo, what y'all got going on? How y'all open and they ain't got nothing in there? So, laughs and giggles was had. I left it at that. So I want to say the next week, he had another game there. And so I'm just chilling. At this time, it was Valentine's weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Valentine's weekend. And so I'm just sitting there minding my business, waiting on my friend to get done so we could wrap it up, go back to the crib. Well, she's talking to a mutual friend of ours, and his mutual friend was like, so Taylor, what's your plans? And again, I'm minding my business. And so she was like, well, I ain't really got nothing planned. And the friend was like, so what's your type? And again, I'm minding my business. She was like, I like them tall, brown skin, God fearing man.
Hallelujah.
Again, I ain't paying no attention. I'm minding my business. So we leave and then we go to the Gold Mark around the corner. And the friend pulled up and was like, hey, one of y'all need to talk to Taylor because y'all both fit the description. I was like, nah, I'm a bad boy. Taylor don't like no bad boy. She not interested. So I was like, hey, bro, that's all you. He was like, nah, I'm not her type either. I was like, hey, well, one of us gotta do it. So that was kind of that. And we just, we shook hands. We had exchanged a handshake after she said hello. And it was kind of a God moment. And it was so I'm blind. I'm blind. So I had like a little vision, I guess you could say. And so the vision was really weird because me and Taylor had never talked. Like I seen her around, but we never talked. And so the vision just kind of held what is transpiring today, which is a beautiful love story. So there's my point of view.
And Taylor.
All right. So my point of view is that is true. So I was working concession stand at the church league, and they had asked me if we had any snacks. Now, mind you, I didn't check the inventory, so I just assumed we did.
Crazy.
I looked back there was nothing. One Gatorade, one water, nothing else.
Nah, I ain't had no water either.
Water and a half of water. Somebody
Man,
drank the water. It was so bad. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Please, please don't. It's not my fault. I didn't ask everybody. They don't know what happened. And so in April, his church had a conference and he invited me. Now, let me back up a little bit. Before this happened, I had prayed. I was like, Lord, I know you have my husband out there. I said, but the only way I'm gonna know is if this man invites me to a church service,
Mhm.
right? So I did that. He messages me and he's like, hey, how you I don't know what he said. It was long. It's in this thing.
that's crazy.
But I'm sorry.
That's
But
long.
anyways, um, it all led up to inviting me to a church service. And I was like, I said, oh, I said, I really want to go to church service. I said, but I can't this time. And he was like, why? And I said, well, I'm at a conference and I can't leave the conference. I said, but if you got a Bible study, I will come to your Bible study. And so I came to the Bible study. And well, no, I didn't go to Bible study. I went to the restaurant anyways. And after that, after that first one, we did like a group thing where we all met and then we did a solo date. And the rest is literally history. But that's when I knew this man was my husband because he invited me to a service. And I know that's cliche and that's crazy, but that's when I was gonna know.
Okay. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So so come on, let's walk us through, leading up to the marriage. How long y'all dated, some of the highs and lows. Let's get nosy. Tell us
Okay.
everything. We want to know.
Okay. So we dated before we got married, we dated 9 months. Well, we were in a relationship and we dated about 9 months. And then he asked me for my hand in marriage. And then 6 months from that, we planned a wedding and had the wedding. Um,
Now, to some that seems quick, but I think it's one of those things where when you know or if you know is when you know or if you know.
mhm,
You know what I mean? So it was,
Absolutely. When you know, you know.
yeah.
yeah. And what's crazy is he's so good with detail. I told him that I wanted a surprise party. And it's like, if he was to surprise me, I want a surprise party. And then if he was to engage me, I want a surprise engagement. This man, last year, my birthday, they're both at the same time. Mhm. To the perfection.
So he exceeded your expectations.
Absolutely. I thought I was going to a gig. hmm
And you ended up going to your engagement.
He said he was playing at a gig with some friends, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I get to watch you play outside of church. This is great." And I walk in, and I'm literally at the first time I walk in, they say "Happy birthday," and then I hear "This is why I love you," and I'm like, "What's going on?" And I see the little heart, and I was like, "Oh!" And everybody was like, "Let me grab your stuff." I said, "Oh," and
She said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I said, "Wow!"
The
He was
old
like,
kind
"You
of
need to
scared me at first.
I said, wow, look at you. They was like, you didn't know? I said, no, I really had no idea. They was
yeah,
like, it was obvious. I said, it was absolutely not. hmm
Taylor, you're so funny."
Didn't you?
Thanks.
So she said, "Thanks." So, so how is this relationship different out of all? I mean, I'm not saying all, but out of other relationships that y'all have been in.
You want to go first?
Sure. For me, it was the communication.
Hmm.
I didn't feel like I had to force myself in the relationship, let alone force like a conversation. Um, it really felt like authentic. Like I knew that it was God that was in this because the way we flowed in conversation, and mind you, the first date actually made me nervous because we had to ask hard questions right away. And I knew we had to ask our hard questions right away.
Yeah.
And uh, that was scary for me. But I knew that the Lord gave me this man. And in order for me to know for sure if he was going to stick beside me, is if I asked these hard questions and his response was not in anger, not in frustration, but literally like, okay.
I'm a chill guy anyway, so it would have never been out of anger.
Yeah. You are very chill compared
hmm
to Taylor. Cause
Yes.
actually, I don't know the Taylor now, but back then the Taylor that I know is very funny, very loud, but all good things. I mean, she's never been a bad person, but so I
Nah,
can
she's still there. All those things are still there. I
so
love her to death.
Yeah, I just,
looking at you right now because you are chill. You just lay back, just shooting the breeze, and Taylor's just like, out there giving it to you.
yeah.
But so tell us how it's different for you, Don. How is this relationship different from other
Man,
relationships?
I got the chance. I get the chance every day to be the person that I've longed and dreamed of being. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
that I never got the chance to do in my previous life. You know, to say the least. You know, what I mean, this is more of, like she said, this is more of a God centered relationship versus just being out there and doing whatever, whenever type thing. So to me, it's more of like it's more of a home, you know. So I appreciate it every day, now more than ever. So
Buddy, you're saying all the right things. Look at Taylor, just sitting there, just cheesing and grinning. Look at her. She's liking all that, buddy. Um,
I appreciate it.
so so let's get a little bit silly here. So what is something, in y'all's relationship that something that people may not know about you two, collectively and individually?
uh,
Go first. I got to think about Mars.
something people may not know. Uh, that's really a tough question. I'm a very transparent person, so I'm an open book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What about you?
Collectively, individually, what people don't know about me.
Yeah, Taylor, but people don't know.
Mm. Mm. What do people not know about me? Um,
Oh man, you two
I'm
draw
sorry.
a
I
blank.
mean,
Yeah,
this one took me for a loop.
it really is a tough question.
I mean,
So let's put a pin in this one, and
okay,
then
yeah.
let's go to leading up to your marriage date.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit of how that went. Were you a bridezilla? Did you so tell us a little bit about that process of
So
planning.
I actually was opposite of Brazilla. I was actually freaking out. Uh, not so much like the marriage part, but I was freaking out because I was like, man, I'm not gonna get this dress in time. Like everything was behind. It was just a hot mess. Procrastination was not. It,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
it was so bad.
that was who he was.
Yeah.
Procrastination.
And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is not like it was a lot going on. Like my brain was so I don't even know how to explain it. But I wasn't a Brazilla. I was just very calm. And I had like I had great people around me that were like very encouraging, like Taylor, I need you to chill. I need you to take your level 1,000 to like a 2. And I'm like, but y'all, I have so many things to get now. This. And it was like, it's going to be all right. And I was like, okay. But yeah, I think it's just it's good to have people who like calm you because I mean, my brain was on 1,000. It was like the Energizer Bunny on steroids.
Yeah,
Crazy. hmm But it was all worth it. But it was just like if I could do it differently, I would absolutely have somebody like assist me in doing. I mean, assist us doing all the things because most of it we did it as a tag team and it was bonkers. So
yeah,
I advise anybody that is engaged, get you a wedding planner, get you a friend who doesn't worry about helping you plan things because doing it on your own is it's insanity. hmm
look at Don still over there chilling.
hmm
So
Hey
let's
man, this is me every day.
That's how it was too when I was freaking out. He was like, "Babe, it's all right. You gonna be all
you gotta
right."
have that because you both can't be freaking out
I know.
Dang.
together. Somebody's got to be the calm one.
That's right. He was
You
like, "Chill
know?
out." I said, "All right."
So take us to the wedding day. How did that look?
Busy, busy,
Mhm.
chaotic.
Mhm.
Uh, I was ready to get it over with. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't like people.
Like, don't
Because I don't.
This
I
is
don't.
either.
you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the guests that we invited. I
Yeah.
appreciate all of them. Uh, but I only talked to about 2% of them, and that 2% was good enough for me.
Mhm.
The rest of the 98% of them, I appreciate y'all if y'all watching. I just don't like people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that because I don't either. But the ironic thing is I'm a people person.
Yeah, and I'm a people person. I just don't like people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just get tired of you real quick.
Mhm.
If I'm done talking with you, being around you, you don't know
Yeah,
because
you
either
were.
I'm
All
gonna leave
right, all
you.
right.
Right.
Hey man, once we got done saying our dues, and I was sitting there eating my food, she mingling by herself. I'm at the table eating my food, enjoying myself.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? I was cool.
Yeah.
And she's like, so and so said, hey. Tell them I said what up. Later on.
So
Don't
Taylor,
don't don't invite them over here. Tell them I said what's up later on.
Oh boy. Yeah. Don't
I don't
blame. Don't
invite him
blame.
over here. I'll talk to you later. I'll text you later.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, that it was definitely crazy. Like we had a time frame, and the time frame was off by like 5 minutes because it was a lot going on. It was a lot of traffic going on. Um, we had plans to do a lot of things before the ceremony, and it just didn't go as. But other than that, it was a great time. But goodness and mercy,
Yeah, yeah.
it was a lot.
So you talked about this being a God ordained thing. So
Hmm.
how does it look in y'all's relationship with keeping God at the center of your relationship? How does it look for y'all?
Uh, it's definitely challenging, but at the end of the day, for me at least, I have to uh, I have to learn to like you said keep them first and let it be known, or like remind myself that this is a God ordained thing,
Yeah,
and what's going to happen is going to happen because he's already planned it. Whether it's good or bad, it's going to eventually or essentially make us a better person.
Hmm.
So,
yes,
And I would say also that I I believe this relationship has like taught me like faith. Like you know how we talk about faith without works is dead, and then faith that's small as a mustard seed. But when I tell you like my faith has been driven, it
mm,
really has. Like when I say I believe that this is going, like I truly stand on that. Um, and I don't think I've ever stood 10 toes on something. You know what I'm saying? Like for him, like his personal testimony, like I believe God's gonna do it.
and
yeah,
to speak to that, we've been I've had to play a couple places, and a couple pastors that I didn't know, was saying like, times are gonna be hard, but just know that in due time, in due season, things are going to get better. Uh, like this one pastor said, keep in mind, I want to be a girl dad so bad. I want to be a girl dad so bad. And he was like, he had said something along the lines of, I don't know when baby girl's coming, but when she does, not only will she be here, but you'll be able to see her. So I was like, oh shoot. So it's little things like that as confirmation that
Mhm.
if I wasn't here, where would I be type thing.
Mhm.
amen. And Taylor, How do you feel about that, Taylor?
I'm excited. I'm standing on that.
I know
I'm
that's
believing for that. I can't wait to tell y'all about that.
I'm sorry. So you're just a
I'm
nut.
sorry.
so, so tell us about just some of the obstacles that you've already had to face and how we're talking about, love always winning. How has love played a big part in if you've had any obstacles that you've had to face?
Yeah, we've had some valleys.
Okay.
Um, because can I? Does it,
Yeah, no,
I can
okay.
say okay.
Okay.
So, most of like I don't know. A lot of people don't know, but if you can't tell, like he's visually impaired, and a lot of people have said like a lot of people have made it seem like he was a liability,
Mm,
and I'm like, no, he's not. He's not a liability. This
yeah,
man is an asset. He is adding to my life. And I don't know. I said, I'm thinking like, as I'm saying this, like, maybe I have to not even prove it to you, but I'm sure that our story will tell you that this man asked in my life. You've seen me then. You've seen the Taylor before, but this Taylor now is totally different from the one you knew before. Um, and we serve a God of miracles. So just because he can't see today doesn't mean something different is gonna happen tomorrow.
yeah, absolutely.
So the valleys have been people just taking him as a liability and just, and I have had to pray a lot to hold my tongue because
So let's talk about that. Let's dive a little deeper in that. So you said people see him as a liability, but you see him
hmm
as an asset.
hmm
So you know you said you had to pray to keep your mouth shut.
mm.
So so how come? I mean, I feel like I know the answer already, but how come you didn't listen to the people and instead why did you choose faith and choosing what you see in him and what other people don't see in him because people are messy.
Yes.
People acknowledge and they see true love and they
hmm
see when something's ordained by God and
hmm
they'll try to tear it apart. And sometimes it's the people that are closest to you. It's the people
Yeah,
that
your
envy
business.
you. It's the people that want what you have. Um,
hmm
so how do you stand, like you said, 10 toes down
hmm
on your faith and not waver into the voices in your head, the voices in your ear saying, that's not the man for you. He's impaired. Do you see yourself taking care of an impaired person? Do you see yourself? Am I prophesying to you?
hmm You in the house?
do I do you because like I said, people are just messy.
hmm
And people hate love, even
Yes.
though they say they love love. But how do
hmm
you, and then I'm going to ask you, Don, but how do you, Taylor, stand 10 toes down on your faith and not waver to the people in your ear and choose the devil and choose God? How does that look for you?
Because I knew what God told me.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the person I was 10 years ago. Like maybe 10 years ago, I would have listened to those people, but like I knew what God told me.
Yes.
And I'm not about to have just anybody say, well, I don't feel like this is the one for you. Well, I just don't see that. How do you, what? And I'm, you know, sorry, it's getting me a little spicy, but I I'm just like I don't know what to tell you. I know what the Lord told me, and you can believe it if you want to. If you don't, that's cool. but I'm sure that my life will tell you that I'm fine. We're fine over here, you know. Yeah, I don't like when I've learned that I'm very quick when people try to nitpick at things,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to my relationship. Um, I'm just like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Like you might have, I don't know. I think it just goes back to you might have known me then, but you don't know me now, and the fact that you're judging because you don't know him, like it's insane.
yeah,
It's wild. It's like you're not even trying to get to know him, and he's not. He's fine with knowing people, but like don't give him a space to be comfortable. Like don't give him the space to feel uncomfortable because once he's uncomfortable, he's not gonna want to be like you don't gotta welcome me. That's cool. But if he's not going, I'm not going.
yeah,
So
yeah. 10 toes
yeah,
down.
10 toes down. Hmm.
Love it. So Don, how was that for you? Because you know they're saying this about you. They're saying it to Taylor, but it's about you. So how
Mhm.
does that make you feel with people saying oh well he's a liability, or I'm sure you have your people, oh well he ain't never gonna be healed. You got, and it's always the people, the single people. Can I? It's always
it's it's
the
it's
single
it's
people.
it's a mixture between uh it's a mixture between single people.
Hmm.
Uh, it's a mixture of the higher than thou Christians sometimes. Um,
Ah. Hmm.
it's really what the Bible calls lukewarm Christians. You know,
Mm.
the ones that are praise the Lord in the pews, but go home
Yeah.
and tear you down and think that this fruit is coming from the same tree, and it's so weird. It's so weird to me, but nevertheless, those people never said those things to me. Only because I'm a very transparent person and my tongue is very sharp. I'll tell you what I gotta say and then pray afterwards. Now, granted, that may not be right. And granted, that may not be right, but as we
Yeah.
say, the Lord knows my heart.
Yeah. He knows.
Hmm.
So I just love the fact because you just seem like a straightforward person. And
Yeah,
I
for
can,
sure.
and I know because I'm that. I will, sometimes it's better to just tell a person
Hmm.
just how you feel, to leave, and instead of to leave no unsaid words. Well, because people need to know, how you feel.
Hmm.
Yeah,
People,
I hate people around the bush. That irritates my skin.
Hmm.
yeah. And I think people, because of the disability, of the temporary disability, let's say that,
Mm.
people look at you as weak, or they look at you as, oh, he doesn't have a voice, or, what he says doesn't matter, or,
Hmm.
they put those labels on you, and they want to come to Taylor to try to deter her from you, but they're not seeing, well, what does he do right?
Hmm.
It's, they're just seeing he's that, and that's all he's going to be. But they're not seeing, what does this man do for Taylor to make
Hmm.
her want to marry him? So
Right.
that's my next question. What does this man do for Taylor that makes her stay? And what does this woman do for Don to make you stay?
Oh, okay.
You feel the
What
chest. Okay.
what this man does for me
Oh,
to
Lord.
make me stay
Yeah.
is no, like he like I would tell him something Well, first of all, he has great memory. Okay, that's great. Bless the Lord. Because my mind just, you know,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, pray for it. But he listens to detail. He's very detail oriented. Like before our first date, like I was telling him things, and he intentionally did those things on the very first date we ever had
Yeah.
because he listened. I didn't feel like manipulated. I didn't feel gaslit. I didn't feel love bombed. Like it was it was just like it was genuinely he listens, he understands, he doesn't judge me, you know. He allowed me to tell my story and kept it like an open mind of what I faced to then overcome those things. Um and just like I'm 10 toes for him, he 10 toes for me. Like he don't play by me.
Yeah.
I don't play by him. And I love that, you know, I love like I just love how God just like picked us to be with each other because it's just like we're total opposites.
Yeah.
Like if you were to probably look at us, you can tell I'm the crybaby and he's not. Um, so
Yeah.
and even when I'm having a bad day or I'm just like feeling stressed out, like he be like, babe, like you gotta relax. Like God has had us before, he gonna have us again. And I'm like, all right, but like blah 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 blah. And he's like, you're overthinking. I love you, but you gotta chill. And I'm like, okay. But I mean, he's just like, he's my positive charge. So he brings a lot of positivity, but he gives me the space to be transparent.
I like that. Say that again. He's your
Mhm.
what?
Positive charge.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I like that.
Hmm. That's right.
I like that. Positive charge.
Hmm. And
Uh-huh.
I'm stick beside him.
Next, Don.
Oh, my love muffin, my love muffin. She is honestly, man. So before me and Taylor got together, me and my friend we were driving around, and he had posed a question. Like if you see it, well, when you see yourself with a woman, what does she look like to you? I said, I mean, I jokingly said I want her to be shorter than me, older than me, and Taylor's older than me by 30 years.
Not 30 years. 2 years,
Oh.
y'all. 2 years. I'm only 31. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I said I want her to be older than me,
Hmm.
shorter than me.
Hmm.
Uh, I said I want her to have like a trampoline, but you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to hit nothing in it like just be a wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I jokingly said that, and I was like, well, he was like, oh, never mind, never mind. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I was like, all right, bro, whatever. You tripping. So look, Taylor is definitely she's my safe space. She is as cliche as it is, this woman is my best friend, man. Uh she definitely brings the best out of me, for sure. Um a support system like never before.
Mm.
Um, it's different. Like I don't know how to explain it. This relationship is different on so many levels. Uh, it's one that I definitely don't take for granted. Um, because marriage is something serious to me. So I knew once I got down on one knee, it was over with.
Yeah.
Ain't no other one. So that's my
Absolutely.
woman.
I love it.
Hey,
Oh,
appreciate it.
Taylor. Oh, Taylor. I love it. So Taylor, did you ever think that you get married?
Uh,
Let's revisit the singles club. Show of hands. The sing, when we were single and didn't think,
woo.
you
No.
know, you're in the single and not ashamed conferences and you know, praying for the Lord to send
Oh,
somebody,
what a time.
fasting.
Ooh, oh, time tarrying for Jesus.
Lord,
Ooh,
what about me, Lord? Don't forget about me.
don't forget about me. Whatever you're
Those,
doing in this season.
so,
Right.
so those moments, of
Ooh.
our younger selves, and now we're in our 30s now. But
Yeah.
did you ever think, man, I ain't never gonna find nobody. I mean, because I did. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought,
Mm-hmm.
there's nobody that's gonna be able to handle me. There's
Mm-hmm.
nobody out there. There's nobody out there that's going to, match my energy
Yeah.
But now being in uh, a relationship, a marriage, and I'm not just going to say relationship, but in a loving relationship, a
Mm-hmm.
loving marriage, because anybody's getting married nowadays, but it's not a loving marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a God ordained marriage. It's
Mm-hmm.
just people just
For
saying
sure.
they're in a marriage just to say they're married. It's just
Yeah.
a thing to do now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so how does that feel from going to single and not ashamed to um, being married? How does that feel?
It feels so surreal. I literally wake up and I feel like I'm dreaming every day. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but that is like the real truth. And I'd be like, Lord, thank you. Because I
Yeah,
didn't think, time was ticking for me and in the natural age,
yeah,
time was
yeah.
ticking for me. And I was like, yeah, oh, this is so bad. I ain't gonna get no, I don't know where this man gonna find me, but he gonna find me somewhere, maybe in somebody's church. We'll see. Um,
Yeah.
and I knew that in order for my husband to see me, I had to be content in my singleness. And so once I was very content in my singleness, and the Lord saw that, He granted me with this wonderful man that I have on my side. So, mhm.
Amen. So Don, was you a part of the single and not ashamed club? Did you
Uh
ever,
no, I was a wild card. I was a wild card. I wanted marriage, but I didn't know what to do to act upon it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
like she said, once I was content in my chilling stage, I was gifted with uh something really really valuable. So,
And I'd like to point out, because we all had a wild. So you said your wild stage, your wild card. We had those days. I ain't always been saved. I ain't always, I ain't always, Taylor ain't always been saved.
Have not.
We wasn't always at that altar seeking the Lord.
Mm-mm.
So I want to be clear when we you said you was a wild card. I want to be very clear. We was too. I'm
Mm.
speaking for Taylor too. I'm not just speaking for myself. So uh,
Whew.
but thank God for change, because I'm telling you this, just because you didn't know Taylor back then. I thank God that she found somebody that fits her. I thank God that God sent her somebody that compliments her, and I thank God that God sent you somebody that compliments you. But I go back to those days of just being young and being 13, 14, our younger years, and just you know we had marriages in the church that was, something to look up to. You
Mhm.
had Bishop Austin, First
Mhm.
Lady Austin. You
Mhm.
had your um, Minister Marva Dowden and Deacon Coy.
Mhm. Mhm.
You have these older people that had these great marriages,
Mm-hmm.
not just in the church, but outside of the church.
Mm-hmm.
And we had something to look up to, but your mind still wonders,
Mm-hmm.
will my marriage be as good as that? Will my relationship be as good as theirs? So you have your examples, but you have also your mind wonders,
Mm-hmm.
will I ever live up to their standard of a marriage?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in your marriage, who do you have in you guys' life that you can look up to, or you can, you know, seek help from, because you don't have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so who is someone you can look up to and say, hey, what do I do in this situation?
I would say his grandparents. His
Okay.
grandparents. Mm-hmm. They are gems. I tell you, like they before we even got married, like they saw me as family. Like since the day that we met, they saw me as family, and I'm just like, man. And they always tell me how long they've been married for.
They 45.
45 years, yeah.
I thought.
And they always talk about their sweet love story, and I'm just like, I can't wait to get to 45.
Yeah.
Woo! Say I've been married for 45 years? Absolutely.
You have arrived when you can say that.
Hmm. Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So another question that I have is, your dad is no longer here with
Hmm.
us.
Hmm.
What would your dad say if he had the chance to sit down and talk with your husband? What are some of the things that he would say to him, or would he? Well, I'm sure he would approve, but
Hmm.
what would be his words to you?
So here's a funny thing. So Donovan and my dad used to work together
Really?
at RIM, yeah. And I had no idea. This was years before we talked,
Yeah.
like talked for real. They worked together, and he would always tell me how my dad is, and he was like, "Yeah, your dad would just sit there and he would just sweat." And I'm like, so I ain't gonna lie to you. When it's hot outside, I just sit there and I sweat. So it's really bad. Okay, but anyways,
Oh,
um,
Yeah.
it's so bad. It's a bad trait. But I think my dad would be like, well, the first thing he'd be like, Taylor, he'd be like, I'm proud of you, and I'm so glad
The deep voice is killing me.
that you are now married because now I can give him all these bills.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I might be a. I'm really bad. I'm not great with money. This is the person that holds down the accounts because me, I just. But yeah, he would say like he's proud of me. He can't wait to hand over the bills, and that's really what he'll say. I mean, that my dad had no filter, truthfully, and if you knew him, you knew that he would be like, yeah, like my daughter, he gonna be like, my daughter getting married, and I just can't wait to walk her down the aisles. Like, he would tell all his friends. I already know that he would tell all his friends. But one thing my uncle Cortez reminded me of the whole entire day of our wedding was how proud my dad would be
Yeah,
of both of us.
yeah,
Yeah, and how I made the right choice, and how lucky Dawn is, and all. I mean, like it was just affirmations after affirmations that I didn't know that I needed, let alone we needed until our wedding day.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, so now we're going to. You was talking about music. So, first I want to ask, and then this will lead into that part as well. But how does ministry look for you guys? Because yes, I creep and I see I see Taylor, singing on the praise team, and then um, you play keyboard, right? Yeah, keyboard.
Uh, so I play let me just throw. I haven't always been blind, so but
You
I
talk about
played
that. Go
drum.
ahead, talk about it.
I haven't always been. I recently went blind within like the last 3 years, but nevertheless, I do play. I play drums, keys. I play organ at the church. I really want to get a hold of a 5 string bass, but that's a bit of a struggle. But ministry, just ministry is such a heavy word.
Mhm.
Uh, it's such a heavy word. Um, I think I think I think it looks like what we've been doing, just walking in love and doing what we've been gifted to do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Um, I think love in itself is a ministry. So
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people have told us, like, when we tell them how long we've been married, they be like, "Really?" They were like, "I thought you guys have been married for like 5 years." And I'm like, "Really?" They was like, "Yeah, y'all just give off this vibe like y'all been married for like ever." And I'm like, "Oh." And I mean, like, I feel like as of now, like, our ministry is just really walking in love, because you don't see that in, young couples. I mean, we kind of, yeah, we still there. We still with the young people, not super young, but in the middle. But you don't
Right.
see that a lot with our generation. They just don't they don't normalize it. And so I feel like we're normalizing like what love is as young people. Like, this is what love is. This is how God set it up, and this is where we're walking. And and while we're walking in it, like, we're still able to tell like the testimony of how God put this thing together.
Yeah.
Because it really wasn't us. We really wasn't looking for each other. If I'm being 100% honest, like, we were not looking for each other. Like, it was like a magnifying thing. Like, God just went boom, and we was like, "Where you been? Where you been?" And yeah.
Who you be? Who you be? So, man, y'all have covered a lot. So, what else do y'all want to talk about? I mean, just do you have anything to share with younger couples? Because I'm still claiming that I'm young. I may be 30, but I'm young.
no, for
So,
sure.
yeah, well, some people seem to think I'm old because they're younger than me, and I'm not going to
Mm.
say names, but
Mm.
but I'm still claiming the young. So, what would you say to people, you know, that are in a young, relationship? What would you tell them? Because a lot of people are not dating anymore. The new norm is just to date, to be in a
Mhm.
relationship. You don't really see in our ages people getting married a lot. It's just dating and I'm gonna be real with you, just whoring around and doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
We
Okay, call a
call it what
spade
it
a
is.
spade.
Yeah.
Sex is just the new norm. It's just all
Hmm.
about. Let's
Yeah.
be real here. It's not about settling down. It's not about having the family. And it's
Mhm.
if you get pregnant, then you see the man drifting away. Oh,
Hmm.
I ain't there, blah blah blah. But what advice would you give this younger generation on what a healthy relationship looks like?
Uh, I would say it. I would say it really begins with your surroundings.
Hmm.
You are who you surround yourself with. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So if you surround yourself with people who have the same goals and dreams as you, as a young person,
Hmm.
you want to get married, have a friend group that that has those same views. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So lucky for us, we have a good we have a good group of friends at our church that we daily talk to
Mm-hmm.
and surround ourselves with. So shout out to the big backs.
Woo, big backs.
To the
Yeah.
big girls.
Yeah, we got a big back friend group. They know who they are. Some of them are
Oh,
tuned in. It's because
hey,
we
big
love to
man.
eat. We love to
Yeah,
eat. Mm-hmm.
ain't nothing wrong with that because I
Mm-hmm.
love the plate.
You know,
I love some food.
that's what I'm saying. Hmm. But
Oh,
yeah,
so what would you say, Taylor?
I would say the same thing. Like friendships are super important, but like having friends who are married is really inspiring, especially if your goal, which hopefully your goal is dating to marry and not just be dating to date in. But like if you're dating to marry, then pray that God sends friends who are married so then they can like nurture you and walk with you and like tell you like, well, this is what happened. We're not saying like this is your story, but like this is how we got through this and how we got through that. And really just have a discerning spirit like of who these friendships are with, because some people play that game of fakeness. Some people play that game of I'm gonna tell you business. Now that you
Mhm.
told me this information, I'm gonna tell you business.
Yeah.
And some people have that spirit of, oh, you told me everything, but I'm gonna only tell you a little bit. So friendships are very important, um, especially if your goal is to marry. Um, and then once you the whole I think the goal is once the whole friend group is married, y'all can start having trips, married couple trips. We all take a trip together. So mhm.
She been watching Tyler Perry too much.
uh,
I, I mean that is awesome though to have a group of friends that is married. 'Cause not only is that it's kind of like a support group in a
mhm.
sense, somebody to fall back on, um, somebody that you can talk to, like, hey, he tripping. What do you do when he tripping, or vice versa? Somebody
Yeah.
he can talk to when you tripping.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it's good, and it's also good to keep it in a trustworthy friend group because you can't tell
Hmm.
everybody your business.
Mm-mm.
Um,
No.
because, like you said, they will run and tell it, and
Hmm.
not only will they run and tell it, but they'll put a little extra on it. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Hmm.
oh, he's doing this because he was texting. So, people just division,
Messy.
division,
Hmm.
running amok, just trying to divide.
That's
Oh,
right.
but I only say that because I know. I
Yeah.
just know how people can
Yeah.
be. Um,
Hmm.
so what are y'all's future goals? Like, what do y'all have planned? Now, you ain't got to tell everybody your business, and I ain't trying to tell y'all do that because everybody don't need to know y'all's business. But just some small goals that y'all want to accomplish within the relationship.
uh, I think the goal, like any other marriage, buying homes and kids, whole American dream thing, the white picket fence type thing. Uh, live good, better. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All that.
How many kids y'all want? I'm nosy.
Uh, I want a boy. I want a girl and a boy. I want a girl first, then a boy.
Yeah.
Sound
Yeah.
like Taylor was about to say three. Was you about to say three, Taylor?
Yeah. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna rebuke a child,
Yeah.
an extra one.
But I definitely want to make him a girl dad first. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I pray Lord grants that for real in real life.
Um, before we get off, because I try to keep it, at an hour because
Hmm.
I like to talk. So we are right at an hour, I believe, an hour and 17. Yeah, just an hour. So before we get off, Is there anything you guys want to share or an encouraging word to people? Get Tank a little dog cousin.
Y'all pray for my brother, okay? All right. God bless.
So,
Little
so
dog. So crazy.
what was I saying? Oh, just an encouraging word. First, I want you all to share something about the Single and Not Ashamed Club. What words you give them, and what words would you give a married couple? Just an encouraging word before we get off of here.
Okay. Um, for the single and not ashamed. While you are single, please don't be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. um, please don't be ashamed of that. Love God fully. Know him for yourself. Like
Yeah,
for real, know him for real. And be content in your singleness. Um, and God will really do the rest. I mean, pray over your future husband, pray over your future wife, fast if you must. Um, but like also at the same time, create healthy friendships.
yeah,
That's important. And then once you're content, like once you're really truly content in your singleness, the Lord will bless you. And don't be discouraged. Don't put a timeline on when God is going to do it. Just be like, all right, God, you know what? You got it. Because you made me. You know my timeline. I don't know. And just be okay with that.
yeah.
Um, for the married, um, take it all in, embrace it. Let me just say for the engaged too, like embrace that engagement season. Um, like really embrace it. Like, um, take everything in. Like once the engagement happens, like just sit in that and be happy in that. Um, don't let anybody try to swivel you away. Use your discernment because sometimes you can get engaged too early or to the wrong person and not know it. So
you
no,
know,
like for real, like use your wisdom. If people say stuff like don't just go with it, pray about it first. And if the Lord gave you the same thing that he gave them, then you gonna know that that ain't right. Um, but yeah, back to the married people. Sorry, I had to take a little domain intro. For the married people, just love your partner, like fully love your partner and everything. Stand 10 toes. Don't play about your person. If they ain't playing about you, don't play about them. Um, continue to represent them as they represent you, because y'all are one now. So, um, but at the same time, don't lose yourself in your marriage.
yeah.
Don't lose yourself in your marriage. Whatever you do, don't lose yourself.
Go crazy.
And that's all I got.
Okay, you dropped the mic just like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say, Don?
First and foremost, love the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Uh huh.
And everything that she said, I repeat. So that's what I would say, man. Just
Love.
love the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush it. Just love the journey.
Love the journey.
The highs and the lows.
Talk about the hard things. Have the hard conversations. Truly, have the hard conversations. It's worth it. And then thank us later.
All right.
That's it.
That's all.
So, before we get off, I do thank you guys for even accepting the invitation. Because I have extended invitation to a few people and they declined. So I thank God that y'all accepted
Mm-mm.
the invitation.
No
Um,
problem.
because this is meant to be, a positive thing. Relationships is a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Ordained relationship by God is something that should be admired and should be told,
Mm-hmm.
because I think a lot of people lose hope. They lose hope. So this is for the singles too. A lot of people lose hope in their singleness, and they give up. But
Mm-hmm.
Taylor is I ain't trying to pick on her, but Taylor is a testimony. That if
Is
So crazy.
you hold on, huh? If you
just hold
hold,
on a little while longer.
huh, until your
Oh,
change come. If you hold on, um,
Yeah.
God will bless you. God will bless you when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
that part.
So I thank you guys for coming on. I thank you guys for sharing your testimony. And I thank you guys for just living out loud with your love, and not being ashamed of it, posting it, everything that you guys do on social media and behind closed doors. We appreciate it. Um, and I'm telling you that we will be praying for you, because marriage can be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is not
Mhm.
an easy thing, especially when you have those imps and those liars and those people in your ears trying to tear you apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we serve a God that is greater. He's
Talk
greater
elder.
than anything that anybody could say. So we pray that you guys have a long, healthy marriage.
Appreciate it.
We're praying for the healing. We're praying
Mm-hmm.
for those unspoken blessings. We're praying
Yes.
for financial breakthroughs,
Yes.
whatever you have in store for them. God, we just ask that you will do it for them. But again, I thank you. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for being so transparent. I thank you, Taylor, for just being being you. I thank you for God for being with her, and being what she needs, vice versa.
Mhm.
Um,
Man,
so I hope you guys have a good night.
me
And
too.
I will reach out to you soon, Taylor. It
Okay.
won't be as much as we used to, but we're gonna start talking. We're gonna start, talking again. But bye,
All
Taylor.
right.
I love y'all, and y'all have a good night.
Love
Yes,
you.
sir. Too. Appreciate it, man.
Okay. So I thank you all for tuning in tonight. I really do believe that they are a testament of what true love is and ordained love is. And I hope somebody, if it's just one person, is inspired to not give up on love, because love can be hard, but everybody needs somebody. So I hope that you keep your hearts open, keep your minds open, that you will find true love. It may not be now, it may not be next year, but it'll come, if you just stay patient. So I thank you all for tuning in tonight. We still have two more episodes in this series of Love Always Wins. We have Elder Hines and his wife, and then we have Prophet and Prophetess Brian Thompson and Lady Tara Thompson. So I hope you guys can tune into those two episodes. They will be, these are, I don't want to say our older people, but these are our more seasoned people that's been, married a little longer, to give us a little more insight on marriage and how love wins in their relationship, doing it the right way. So I thank you all for coming on. Um, and I hope you tune in again. Everybody have a good night.